Hey doc, welcome to the other side. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to build your practice by helping kids in your community live a life fully expressed by checking them for subluxations and then of course adjusting them if necessary. I'm talking about the kids that have all these popular labels and symptoms that our society has put on them, all right? Now I understand part of liking what I have to say depends on price of what I have to offer, right? And rather than try and convince you how great it is, I'm just going to give it to you for free for 30 days. Try it for yourself, no strings attached. I'm going to set you up with a local tracking number so you'll know exactly how many new patient calls you get from this strategy. And then if the math works for you and you see the value, then it's only $197 a month to continue. And I believe it's going to be worth way more than that to you. So if trying it out for free works for you, keep on watching here. And one more thing too, before we get rolling, if you have other marketing strategies going right now that are working, don't stop doing them. This isn't supposed to replace what's working. It's supposed to add to it. Is that fair enough? All right. Now for me, the last 4 years, I've been helping chiropractors get new patients through online strategies, and it's been phenomenal. But the challenge has been the number of chiropractors I can help at any one time because it takes a lot of energy. And that really handcuffs what I want to get accomplished for our great profession. So, now, and the other challenge too has been the price. I mean, I charge a minimum of $1,500 a month to work for my members, and that's great for a doc that can handle that, but it's a huge hurdle for most chiropractors that can't spend $3,000 to $4,000. So how do I make my work more scalable? How do I make it more affordable for every chiropractor to use it? And I've been wrestling with this for the last 2 years, and today you get to see the harvest from that work. Because now I can achieve that scale and that affordability by having every member use just one website. This way, I can work with thousands. I mean, there's really no limit of what I can work with. Welcome to kidshealthrestored.com. This is the website that I'll be working on to generate new patients for your practice. And I feel really good working on it because it'll have such an impact on so many kids, on their parents, their grandparents, their families, and on a lot of chiropractors. And since it's free to try, I'm not going to try and convince you that it works. All right, I just want you to try it for yourself. If you have any questions after you watch this, shoot me an email, give me a call, whatever you want to do. But the role of this site is to give parents enough information so they'll call your office. I mean, that's the only purpose. It's very simple. I've heard people already saying, you should do this with the site or you should do that. But let me tell you, in regards to this website, I only care about a few things. Number one, I'm keeping it simple. All right, you can see that. Number two, sharing accurate subluxation-based information. So if you don't play the subluxation game, this site isn't for you because that's what it talks about. Number three, and probably the most important, making it as effective as I can. I care about the results. I want you to get phone calls. I want you to see more kids and families. And this conversion, this making it effective, it's my specialty. I'm always testing, tweaking things to try and improve on it. This right here is a living, breathing website. So right now, I'm in Fort Myers, Florida. When a visitor from Fort Myers shows up to this page, they'll see the information, and if I click on the button for office hours and address, they'll see the information for Dr. Rob Davis. This site looks like it's Dr. Davis's site, all right? The visitor thinks it's his. That's the real critical part to this effectiveness of the site compared to a lot of other things that are out there like this, because this is not a directory of chiropractors. It's not going to list every doctor that's using it and then let the visitor decide. All right? Making only one doctor show up increases conversions from visitor here to caller to your office. All right, so to make this happen, I just hired some tech guys. This is not my deal. They wrote some code on the site, and it's based on the user's IP address, their location. So when I look, it shows Dr. Davis because I'm in Fort Myers. When you look, if I were to put your information into the system, it would show your information in this spot at the bottom. All right. The code looks, like I said, at the user's IP address, looks at the city, and then it populates your information. Now, again, you can take a look at the site here after you're done watching this. You can go through it all and check it out. You're going to see that it matches those criteria. It's simple, it's subluxation based, and it's effective. Now here's how you can use this site then to get more kids into your practice. Number one, you can simply share the link kidshealthrestored.com on Facebook or on Twitter, on Google+, whatever social media outlet you use the most. When someone sees it on your fan page or on your personal timeline, and you should share it on both on Facebook, they click over to the site, they see the valuable information about why their child would benefit from a clear nervous system, and they call your office. All right, it comes through that local tracking number on the website, and again, this number rings directly to your office. They think it's your number, all right, because it's a local number for you. Number two, then you can go on, you can share any of the other online properties that are attached to Kids Health Restored, all right? It's got a Facebook fan page, Google Plus page, it's got a Twitter account, a YouTube channel, a Pinterest account. All of those properties lead back to Kids Health Restored, right? And when they get back to the site, your information shows up at the bottom, and the parent or grandparent, whoever it is, they call you. All right, so number three way, you can share any of the content. If there's going to be photos, if there's going to be blog posts, any of those things, any of that content that's on any of these properties, and the same thing happens. Parents get back to the website and find your information. All right, now here, so sharing is all you have to do to get people to call you. Here's the real beauty of this entire process though. And this is why we are 1,000 times stronger working together versus working apart. Right? Social proof is an extremely powerful thing, and it always has been. And now when people see social proof online, it influences their decisions, and it gets to a lot more people virally. So for example, if someone shows up to your fan page on Facebook for your practice and sees that 1,000 people like your page, all right, that's social proof, right? And it's more powerful than if only 100 people liked your page. Now let's say that we have 1,000 chiropractors that are using Kids Health Restored. Each of those chiropractors, just through regular sharing, shares the Kids Health Restored fan page. And each doctor gets, let's say, 100 likes on the page. You do the math on that. That's 100,000 likes. Now, which one has more social proof? Your practice fan page with 1,000 likes, or our collective Kids Health Restored fan page with 100,000 likes, right? And a prospective patient, they still think it's your website because your information shows up, right? So that's how things go viral, is because people share things. Now imagine what would happen if you ran some Facebook ads simply out of control, all right? And I'm running ads on a regular basis, so I can run your ads for you if you want on Kids Health Restored. It doesn't take a whole lot to do it. Facebook ads are really cheap, they're targeted, they get a good response, and they hit the people we're looking for, which is obviously these parents. Now, right now, these parents too, they're seeing a lot of mainstream garbage all day long about why they should drug their child. It's time we come together and make sure they see the truth. And that leads me up to the Google search. I'll take care of everything on the SEO side, all right? All of the content that comes into here. And if you're slightly out of the loop here, that's called search engine optimization. When someone searches for, let's say, ADD or ADHD or autism or colic or about a dozen other kids' symptoms, Google finds the site that has the most relevant information, and that the site that has the most authority. Right now, Kids Health Restored has just a little bit of authority. It's relatively new. But when thousands of parents and grandparents start showing up to the site, Google takes notice and starts promoting it to the first page of a Google search. All right? There's no way I could ever do this on my own either. It'll take hundreds of chiropractors getting on board here. But when you do, we can start competing with the big pharmaceutical giants that are showing up and drugging these kids. I mean, I would love nothing more than seeing Kids Health Restored in the #1 position for a Google search on ADHD. All right, imagine the number of people that would see impactful information instead of the lies they see now. Imagine how many people will see your information and your colleagues across the country. right? I honestly wonder how much we can impact a school by clearing the nervous systems of more kids. How much more will they excel in school? All right, they're going to interact in more positive ways with their friends and other kids. That will impact the teachers and administrators. And how will that impact your community? I wonder what our country will look like in 20 years when we have these kids running our country with a clear nervous system. All right, I'm a dreamer and I believe it will have an enormous impact. All right, we can start changing the world today. So pretty sweet deal, huh? No selling, no convincing, just sharing the truth. And that's it, all right? You can help yourself and help your colleagues in about 10 minutes per week by sharing some links and some posts online. You can also share your patient case studies and testimonials and have an even greater impact. So just let me recap here why this is the most amazing thing I've ever created for chiropractors. I really hope you see the potential of this. Number one, I don't have to convince you, all right? You can try it free for 30 days. Convince yourself, all right? There's no contracts, there's no commitments. Come and go as you please. Number two, after the 30 days, it's still only $197 a month. All right, that's a lot less than one of my private members paying $1,500 a month. And number three, chiropractors, big and small, they have the same exact opportunity to use this site. And the big boys get to help the little guys and the newer chiros right out of school by helping themselves. All right, you're going to have a direct impact on the future of these kids and our profession. Number four, attracting more kids to your practice will immediately open the door to checking the nerve system of parents and grandparents. All right, by helping kids, you gain access to parents because they put their guard down to what is possible. They see it lived through their kids. Number five, we are unstoppable together. All right, this is something, like I said, I can never do on my own, even with a huge amount of money if I were to dump into it. All right, is that fair enough? Click on the link below. It's going to take you, ask you for your office information. All right, you're going to provide your practice name, your address, and phone number. You're going to put in your office hours. So my team then can create a banner just like this one that you see, so it'll show up on the website. All right, after you join, you're going to get an email with all this information too. You don't have to remember it right now. I'll take care of getting the tracking number for your office. It's going to ring directly to your current phone number, and it's even got what's on it called a whisper. So when your phone rings from Kids Health Restored from this banner, a little voice on there says Kids Health. All right, your receptionist is the only one that hears it, and that will let them know it's coming from this strategy. All right, you're going to know exactly how well this is working for you. I'll also take care of setting up your city. Depending on your city, your proximity, you may get a little more, town or city based off that. It really depends on the area, and I'll let you know after I take a look at it. All right, you're going to be able to start using the website within 2 to 3 business days. I'll send you an email when it's all set, and you can test it out. And like I said, it's that simple. If your city's already taken, I'm going to let you know that right away. We'll just cancel the order, and I think that about covers it. All right. If you have questions, make sure you shoot me an email, give me a call. If not, click on the button. Let's get busy changing the world, thousands of kids and families at a time. All right. We'll talk to you soon.